Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my shorts when the lights
Let's be clear. This is
How you gon' be no love when the bag don't sleep?
invasion.
Deep beat, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yo. This that purple tape mix with Cody vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mail, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you a tale. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is wrapped on the hype. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's Cutter doing well on a mountain. R&B bitches on my bandwagon. Boxes cost 500, I got my pants sagging. If you had to drive 50 miles, you was head cracking. Back when I popped in fitted, I had the less wagon. True story, I could get anything done. Runway Gucci jeans, shoe hair in the bar, Santorini, black sand, dick sucks in the sun. The top 3 and not 3 and 2, but I'm the Vanetta loves. See me, I'm the model type. Balenciaga torty with the piranha bites. Ace rolls on ice. Hit you broad day, fuck you in the pole lights. Nigga, I'm dose nice.
Returning the boom back with $2 million on the wrist. DJ
Yo,
Drama.
Tom Brown sailor, surrounded by trumpets for day. I dare you to step to the guard, you be a failure. Peace to all my niggas slide from the east by the court. Gangsters boy, got a fresh 15 who throwing aces. I'm stepping on your shit, drum automatic. And don't forget to switch, hold up.
That's been black on your niggas. Just holla.
Hey yo, ain't nobody fresher, that's word to my hymen. Brains everywhere on the wall, go get some diamond. Back to back, going Perry on about the vomit. Hanging out the hard red ghost with the chopstick. Everything I see you niggas, yeah, I never rocked it. But the little Vans burn a hole through your pocket. I ain't see the Mark 3 engagement, stop it. Shake that shit, bitch, shake it and drop it, man. I'm immortal, all lost time for it, Plus, it's like time for what we talk about. Put the 40 in your jaw, I'm a maniac. Couple million on the floor, ain't nobody fucking with the Fendi overall. Pump down the bag leg, yeah, I miss to show it off. Yeah, I miss to run up on you broad, damn, blow it off. Yeah, I miss to send a dummy pack through the thorn off.
Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is dance.
Super fly guy.
Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is dance.
Super fly guy.
And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story.
There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man.
Welcome to the Black News Network. I'm your host, Papa Cap and Yo Ass Jones. Tonight's story, BNN weather reporter and local ho Keisha McRib thinks she too good for me. The part-time weather reporter and full-time community mattress was begging me to come through and lay this pipe last Friday, but now she want to act like she don't know me. She ain't ever had a problem asking me to pay for her food, but when it come time to show me what that mouth do, the hoe proudly lied, I ain't that kind of girl. So we just gonna act like you ain't already popping Plan Bs like they a daily vitamin. Oh, please. The dry cleaners won't even take your business anymore. They all tired of cleaning up baby batter stains off your clothes. Don't ever ask me to DoorDash you no crab legs again. You ain't never gonna feel these biggity black balls snocking all up on that tuna fish hot pocket garage door. And she wanna walk around here like we strangers now? Here's a forecast for any men thinking they about to get some neck work from this hoe. Expect a 100% chance of STDs. Don't be texting me next week saying, I miss you, Chocolate Thunder. Come and get this deep dish. I ain't no hot and ready midnight snack hoe. You just missed the free shrimp. And now here's Keisha McRib with the weather.
This just in. The United States has officially deployed its most reckless and unpredictable unit to the Middle East, the Ultima Team.
Girl, I'm lost. Keisha, guess where I am? Girl, they sent me to Iran. Who's gonna fill in? Girl, that. They got some good ass food here though. Did you not see me? Dead ass! Move! I don't even care for real. Bitch!
Thanks, Chris. Known for their unmatched ability to cause complete havoc in school zones, Walmart parking lots, and Taco Bell drive-thrus.
Y'all lucky I ain't bring Keisha.
The Pentagon has confirmed these drivers were selected based on three things: unpaid registration, loud exhaust, and vibes. God help us all.
fucking with my catalog. In 5 months I done shit that you can't achieve. Right. Niggas sounding like me, but I ain't mad at y'all. Nah, I'm playing chess, you niggas playing basketball. I guess I'm the illest nigga after all. While you was in class working hard on your math, I was selling raw cocaine out the bathroom stall. I made it to the top and I ain't never fall. Never. Like a coach, I can show you how to ball. 30 on my hip, quick draw McGraw. Leave you wet like a side of coleslaw. I'm not the type of cat you can't approach, dog. I'll claw your eyes out with the jigsaw. My pieces hitting hard like a jigsaw. I keep 60 on me like Chris Shaw. I'm getting money now. It was 1,000 for a show, I'm charging 20 now. Facts. My lifestyle looking sunny now. They like, damn, Ice rapping like he hungry now. Rapping like I'm hungry. I had to get in my zone. Labels blowing me up. I had to cut off my phone. They keep calling. They just won't leave me alone. I'm not signing the deal till all my niggas get on. Fuck it, I'm about to start my own imprint. I'm back on my bulletproof pen shit. This ain't the game, nigga. But if it was, Ice World about to win shit. We going for the gold like the Olympics. Ask around, I'm that nigga in the trenches. Ask about me. All my grips got extensions. All my niggas about business. I just sent the goons the hit list. Stay in the house cause they about to clip shit. I'm grinding hard on my clip shit. I'm like for real with the drum sounds. I'm in love with the gun sounds. I used to care, but I don't give a fuck now. The shotgun pump rounds, you better duck clowns. I'm scoring nothing but touchdowns, cause I don't fuck around. I treat your baby mama like a bust down. I'm like Kobe in the clutch now, pussy. Yeah, whew. Light work, volume 1. Shit. I'm in my element. Niggas ain't fucking with me, man.
On decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong. My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers. And I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the China wear. Speaking through Tesla phones. Tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce. Guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding. Rock Wilders, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin'. What's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop. New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop. One more, you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know why? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man. Woo!
The almighty, the legendary West Side.
Hallowed be thy name. Are you really ready?
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man. Woo!
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it. Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it.
You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
You're now rocking with the hottest DJ. With the hottest DJ. Dropping banger after banger.
Bring it on now!
This is your girlfriend's favorite DJ. Yes! Spinning on the ones and twos.
Check it out.
The dopest beats are ready. Testing speakers. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's go. This is the hottest DJ in the city. Live in the mix. It's the one. It's the one and only. You are now rocking with the doctor of all mixes. Make some noise for Mixing Genius will the floor in 3 2 1 1. This is Party People.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Yo, we in the building. What up? Salute to the chat, salute to the panel. Let me get a sound check. Saul.
What up?
You sound good. Tito.
Yeah, what up?
What up? You sound good. And Mr. O.
What's happening?
You sound good too. All right, we got a ball game. Yo, what up to the chat, man? Let me say what's up to everybody. Shells in the building, outspoken introvert. I seen a ton of y'all piling in here. GFK, I think you over here from Mr. O. Midwest Request. KJ Eternal, that's over from Mr. O's. Universal Black in the building, Perfect Square. Kwame Kaiju was the first in the building. There you go. And whoa, the cloud watchers are filling up. And super chat to start us off. Let's not waste no time with that. Kwame Kaiju saying, what's up? Salute Machismo TV. Appreciate you, man, supporting the stream and for sending me all them news links for the week show.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
All right, bet. Yo, salute Cortez Smith. I see you. Hey, guys, as you can see, I've spammed the chat with Tito's channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I think we already got him at like 500, and he was only up like a week and a half. So he was at 900 when it came down. We're trying to get him back at that and past the 1,000 mark. All right, let's go. Saul, opening statements for the chat and the replay gang, sir.
Man, I was just talking with Machismo about, man, a lot of people, having real high morale in a space, and then I just sat back and thought about it, man. Like, we moving warp speed as far as a lot of the wins and stuff like that. But in moving warp speed with the wins, let's not forget that we got to continue to move forward, because we got a real motivated, dedicated, and demented enemy who's been at it for years, and they see it come crumbling down. So we're not where we need to be yet, but we're making some progress. I'll land my plane there.
Okay, well played. So Lord Lovesmith in the building. He said, damn, I keep missing General Tito. Yeah, he up in here, man. And I already spammed the chat with his I spammed the chat with the link to his channel. If you that's his new location, so make sure you guys subscribe to him. We're trying to get him to 1,000. Tito, all yours. Opening statement, sir.
If you ever want to know the impact that this space has, I just got updated to a situation where somebody that's been a couple of people that's been avowed enemies of the space, are actually about to potentially catch criminal charges in their state, and maybe even Fed charges for going against the space or trying to do things to go against people that they feel like in the space. And so that kind of shows you the impact that we have, that somebody's actually willing to jeopardize their freedom over a damn difference of opinion. And that's all this boils down to, is a difference of opinion.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody's catching charges.
When it goes down, y'all go know. And when it goes down, the roast is going to be epic when it goes down, with the mug shots, videos, all types. We even trying to get niggas on the inside where they end up at to sneak the niggas a phone so the niggas can record their ass in jail.
Damn.
That's diabolical right there, Tito.
Yeah, that's that. Hey, but when it happen, hey, like Jay-Z said, when it happens, that's it. Y'all gonna know when it happened.
Yo, I was actually on the phone before somebody got on here, and they was talking about your 4th of July roast. They was like, it was epic. So everybody glad you back, man. In the building. Mr. O, all yours. Opening statement for the chat and the replay gang, sir.
It's a pleasure to be up on here with Machismo TV, with Tito, with Salty Balls. I mean, this was a long day coming. I felt like this was going to be happening anyway. So I'm glad to be a part of the panel. This is like the panel. Forget all these other group therapy sessions. No, I ain't going to mention their name at all because they're not even a point. Look, this is the channel that y'all need to watch. Y'all got real dudes with real knowledge, and we go ahead and break this down better than anybody can on these so-called black YouTube streets. And that's my opening statement, sir.
Well played, sir. You heard Mr. O. He said it. That's his banner on the screen. So if you're not subscribed, I'm more than likely sure. Cloud Watchers, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Mr. O. That's his banner on the screen. Oh, Universal Black. Hold on, Lord Loves Him. All right, y'all getting up in here. All right, man, let's get this show started. We're going to start off. Well, I can't say what Tito said. I was going to say it too. We're going to start off. I was about to say
it. Hey, you know what? Speaking of Tito real quick, hey, can I propose when that does happen with whoever gets, clink clinks? Could you name the show One Big Beautiful Roast?
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah. So I've been positing the premise for like a while now that I'm under the impression, just by observation, I got no evidence or anything, but I've been seeing patterns and stuff that I'd be thinking some of the opposition male talking points, aside from them just pandering, and then I'm of the opinion, even some people that are adjacent to the space or in the space are actually closet homosexuals, and like all the little sideways talk they be talking about the initiative we got down here. Because make no mistake, aside from the occasional roasting and beefing and stuff like that, this is gladiator school down here. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the best ideas rise to the top because they have been fought out, and there's been a truce, and we've agreed, okay, this is going to be the talking point. That being said, we got a clip. This statement made its way around a few months ago. It was the ace metaphor on Cam Newton, and he was saying something about like guys who would be dating women that they don't really like women. And when I initially heard it, I was like, that's something like a backdoorio would say. And true to form, you got to search for the clip because they done buried it on the internet. But he then came out and said that him and his best friend was bumping butts when they was in high school. So that explains a lot of shit. But let's go through this clip with Cam Newton, and I'm gonna let you guys play tennis with it.
Women, for real. They don't.
Hold on, that's what I was saying. Watch the close up on Cam Newton's face.
A lot of heterosexual men don't like women, for real.
Pause. Look at Cam's face.
He like, nigga,
Cam probably thinking, nigga, I just had some pussy this morning. What the fuck you talking about?
Look at Cam's face.
Hey, first, can we go ahead and look at Cam for real? Like, did this dude woke up in the 1890s or some type of steampunk type of thing?
I just think he got enough money. He done went full eclectic. I ain't even too mad at him about this because this expression on his face say it all. Look at his face. That's just funny.
You know what? That might have to be one.
They
of
don't.
My, what's the name? Oh,
they like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs. So then when we get into why a lot of men womanize, or why it's just they're minimizing a woman based off of who she slept with or who she potentially can sleep for, because it's like you haven't gained the appreciation of the wholeness of a woman yet, and what that wholeness of a woman can bring to your life. A lot of times we'll talk about strength and we'll say men are stronger than women, but that's because we value physical strength. We're not talking about emotional strength, spiritual strength. Yeah. We're not talking.
Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about the type of strength that can run a household. And we're not putting that same type of weight. And what I would encourage, and this was the shift that I had to do, is I had to start liking the wholeness of a woman outside of sex. And then when you do that, now you appreciate the things a complete woman can bring to your life. When we talk about the Bible talks about finding a capable wife, right? That capable wife, that person that if you was to stumble, can pick up the ball and start running. And there's a lot of men that have just a wife because they was only concerned about what she can do in the bed. Yeah. And so what I'm just encouraging men to do is just like, and it's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a
This nigga is indirectly coming out the closet in this interview.
Partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good. But if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is gonna happen with your family? And so I just encourage men to
wait. Look at Cam's face again.
He was gonna leave anyway.
Yo, wait, hold on.
Fuck out of here.
Yo, I didn't peep that the first time.
It's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good. But if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is gonna happen with your family? And so
Nigga, what? Look at this nigga's face. He looking at him like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
This what Cam gets. You just bring any type of Tom, Dick, and Mary up onto your podcast, and you this is what you get. You want the views, right, Cam?
I just encourage men to be, I'm not gonna say more, because that's unrealistic to a lot of men, but as attracted to what she brings as a feminine energy to your life, outside of just what you're doing in between.
Check this out. So to that point.
All right, go ahead, Saul. That's your clip. Go ahead. You pass it to Tito when you done. I'm busy laughing at Cam.
Yeah, your boy really out here looking like Johnny Depp, but I digress though. Let me leave with this, man. We got to hit him with a Sosa. this is an example when I'm talking about as to you have these straight presenting men who undermine other than using all the little emotional tugging and all the little keywords, and if you see speak it in a rhythm, he just can't turn the simp off. But simp ain't too far off from, you know what I mean, just a Saget, a Saget who can't stay out of straight affairs. You know what I mean? And so my thing is this is the prime example of, how people kind of intrude onto our spaces and kind of, undermine, you know what I'm saying? Well, not kind of, directly undermining. And this is stuff that we need to actively shut down. So, I think that we need to make sure that we need to make it abundantly clear that this is not coming from any straight regular schmegular black male. You know what I'm saying? And who walks around talks about heterosexual. We don't sit up here and always qualify
Facts,
heterosexual because
facts.
it's a given. You know what I mean? When you seeing people walk around saying that, then these should be kind of like spider senses tingling. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't just roll off the tongue like that. Because if you a quote unquote heterosexual black man, it's a given. It's a default. You know what I'm saying? So if you used to saying that word like that, then I'm gonna look at you sideways. I'll land my plane there.
No, well played. And hit him with that Sosa again.
Stay out of straight affairs.
Whole facts. Yo, Tito, you was chomping at the bit. You wanted this at the top of the show. It's all yours, Playboy.
You know what, man? Let me tell you something about this. Let me break this down with the cut of a laser. First of all, before Ace Metaphor ever came out, and I'm probably gonna need a little bit more than 3 minutes. Before Ace Metaphor ever came out, I remember the first time my woman ever shared a clip of this nigga to me, and I told her, "Look, don't you ever share no clip of this. I'm gonna say what I was about to say. Do not share no clip of this guy with me no more." You know what I'm saying? She asked me why. I said, "Cause I don't want to hear gay men talk."
Yeah,
And
you
she
don't
was like,
smoke English cigarettes.
"Yeah, why you say that?" And I explained it to her. But this guy, see, let me tell you who this guy is. This guy is one of them fatherless dudes that grew up and watched his aunties and his mama sell they cooch to get money. And so he didn't have no men around, and he saw the tricks and the simps that his mama and his aunties and their friends was able to get up on. He saw that as being powerful. So he saw that as being more powerful than being a man, just because she was able to use her coochie to put food on the table when shoes on his feet. And so he grows up with a type of reverence for that, and he lives vicariously through them and wish that he had the same thing that they have to get bent over the couch, right? That's the perspective that he's speaking from, right? I already knew he was gay before everybody else knew he was gay. I already knew that about him. I could already tell he a bottom before anybody else could tell, just because of the way he act. But another thing, like that talking point that he uses about straight men not liking women, let me tell you what that is. That is, he didn't even use his own talking point that he made up. A dude on TikTok said that way before he said it. And then way before that dude on TikTok said it, a bunch of half gay bitches would say that in their conversations, because what most half gay bitches say is a projection. Like, think about it. So what he's saying is a bootleg, pilfered copy of a projection by a bunch of half gay bitches. But only a half gay nigga will repeat what he hear half gay bitches say. You feel me? So the reason that they say it is because they can't talk in good faith, and most of the things they say is projection. If you break that statement down, it's half gay ass women that don't like men outside of what they think they can provide, and that's dollars and dick. They not interested to know who you are. All of y'all that's listening right now, how many girlfriends y'all ever had ask y'all what y'all want to be when you was a child? Think about that. How many of these bitches you fucking even know what your favorite color is? Think about that. right? They don't even care to know who you are. So that's projection right there. And when they say that they not interested in finding out about you and knowing your identity and all of that shit, that's women that do that to men. Men don't do that to women. A man will know what a woman like to eat. They'll know what they woman favorite color is. They'll know what kind of shoes they like. All of that. If they've been with them long enough and they got enough money to spend on them, and if they actually give a fuck about them. So what he's doing, like I say, is expressing a bootleg, ripped off ass talking point of a half gay bitch that a half gay down low nigga repeated, and now he repeating it, right? And so he's internalized his self hatred so much of himself as not just being a black man, but being a man because he wish he had a pussy hole like his mama and his aunties and their friends, that he feels the need to try to emotionally associate with women and they talking points because he wants to socially qualify himself the same way a woman does. Men don't do that. Either we go articulate a position that's not popular and explain why, like the manosphere does, or we go just shut the fuck up like most men do. But we not finna do this. What he doing?
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Mic check.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's me. I muted myself. Mr. O, that's all you. That's all you, Playboy.
Hey man, I got home. I got to catch my brother. You just play that little segue, but
Yeah, yeah. I know. I found that joint when y'all was talking.
All right. So I'm watching this clip, and Ace Metaphor's out here talking like he's the Don Juan of a relationship advice. Spin game about women and self-respect, while Cam's nodding along like he's in church. But hold up. Ace, you're giving me whiplash, bro, with this performance. One minute you're dropping bars, trying to drop gems like you loving women, being a real man, right? And the next you're dodging questions about your energy like you're auditioning for a rom-com. Bro, you're pandering harder than a politician at a barbecue. You're out here trying to sell us the alpha male starter kit, but it feels like you're reading from a script called How to Fake It Till You Make It. Let's talk about this masculine man act that Ace Metaphor is doing. Yo, Ace, you're on Cam's show talking about navigating modern dating and dropping gems like you the love doctor. But every time you open your mouth, it's like I'm hearing a dude who spent too much time rehearsing in front of a mirror. You're saying all the right things, self-respect, knowing your worth, blah, 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 blah. But it's got this polished TikTok motivational speaker vibe, bro. Like you trying to convince us. Who are you trying to convince? Us or yourself? You're out here acting like you're holding court with a harem of women waiting in the wings. But I'm getting sneaky suspicion you're more comfortable curtaining a Pinterest board for manly aesthetics than actually dealing with real women out here and real women's attitude. And let's get into the undercover vibes. Now, I'm not saying you're hiding in no closet, Ace. But you're giving off the kind of energy that makes me check the room for trapdoors. You're talking about relationships and exploring preferences like you're pitching a TED talk on fluidity. But then you pivot to this hyper masculine, I love women flex. Like you're trying to throw us off your scent. Bro, pick a lane. Just pick a lane. You can't be out here whispering sweet nothings about feminine energy and then chest thumping like you're auditioning for a Viking movie. It's like you're playing both sides of the coin and hoping nobody flips it. I mean, hoping nobody flips it and never check it. And I pass the mic.
My nigga.
All right, Mr. O. Coming in hot. I like that.
Damn, let me throw an addendum in. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Much to Tito and Mr. O's point, which they've seamlessly observed themselves of a grand projection, I like to, posit that, in with his own self identity, him being an English cigarette himself, people talk about the space and misogyny and hating women and this, that, and the other. English cigarette is one who truly hates women because they like to sit in this nebulous space to where they like to grab women's, sacred parts. They like to touch their hair, call them the B word, this, that, and the third, right? Knowing full well that that woman ain't gonna say nothing about it because he'll raise up his hand on it, right? And if she dares call her cousin or brother this, that, and the other, then he's gonna play feminine. You understand what I'm saying? So, these are the people who truly, truly hate women. And he's sitting up here talking the way he's talking. I think that he's projecting his distorted, sick, buck broken sort of lens onto everybody else. Not everybody think like that, man. And this is why, we don't need people sitting up here cosplaying as straight men. Sosa. I'm like my plane there.
Well played, sir. Music Man said, wish you had that I'm not gay anymore video. Oh, I took that out too. I did have that joy. Yo, Quiet Storm seconds Saul's request for the one big platinum roast when the old boy catches case. So that's Quiet Storm with the $5 super chat. He says, I second that. One big platinum roast for these enemies of the space catching case.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you.
Yo, y'all going off in the chat, man. This thing moving fast. I see everybody up in here. Okay, that's what's up. All right, man. Y'all showed up on a Sunday. I like that. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's time for some Keisha tears. Tito told me to pull the 300 Keisha losing 300K jobs, courtesy of the Trump administration. Gotta love it. So I put a little montage together for a conversation. Yo, Pookie and Ray Ray show in the building. What up with you, Playboy? So metaphor is an aggressive Virginia Slim. Yeah. Well, in English cigarettes over in Europe, they call them bundles of sticks. Starts with an F. So here's an AI drop for. Well, Keisha's is losing their jobs. They also getting a SNAP and a EBT cut. So they're having problems at Red Lobster.
Breaking news. Red Lobster has announced that they no longer will be accepting EBT. Our team is on the ground now breaking this live.
Y'all, this is some bullshit. They bring back the cheddar biscuits and do some shit like this? Be fucking for real. Oh my God.
Are you fucking serious? How the fuck is we supposed to pay then?
Well, I don't think they should have been taking it in the first place, if you ask me. I feel safer here now.
AI is going to be the death of us all, man. All right, let's go.
Put me out of business, man. F AI.
She was mad about them cheddar biscuits, bro. All right, bet. So 300,000 Keishas lose their jobs. Let's go.
Many places, like, you name it, I fucking applied. And I've been working this temp job, and they put me in the same company that I worked for 2 fucking months. 2 months. I even interviewed and still didn't get the job, and I'm working there.
While America celebrated job growth, Black women lost more jobs in the last 90 days than any other subgroup. Black women lost 304,000 jobs in 3 months. This is not a coincidence. It is the AI disruption around hiring and retention and around being displaced by AI that no one really wants to talk about. We are really seeped in talking about the federal workforce cuts, DEI programs being dismantled, but AI automation creates the perfect storm that affects and is affecting Black women right now. Black women's unemployment jumped from 5.1% to 6.3%, while the nation's average stayed flat at 4.2%. I was speaking at the ATD conference in May, and I asked the question, who gets reskilled and who gets left behind? And that is the question that we have to answer. The data is alarming. 53% of jobs occupied by people of color will be replaced within 5 years by AI. That's right, 53%. But nobody's really talking about it. It's not just the current job loss. 84% of Black women are breadwinners, meaning we contribute at 1 or 3 levels within our household. Meaning we contribute 100% because we are single moms or divorced moms or single, or we contribute less than 50% or less than 50%. When we lose work, entire families and communities suffer. By 2030, 4.5 million jobs occupied by Black professionals will face automation. So let me say that again. By 2030, 4.5 million jobs occupied by Black professionals will face automation. So the question is, do we wait for that to happen? Because no one is coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves. We need Black-owned investment in our community to upskill and reskill us for the AI future. That is what we need right now. Not later, right now. And these unemployment numbers is the wake-up call for all of us. That is what we need to focus in on.
So I just don't know. I just don't know what it is. References are property managers, leasing managers. They're of people of high fucking ranks in establishment, and I'm still not fucking hired. I don't know what else to do. I just don't. I've tried taking out a loan. I can't find a cosigner. I built my fucking credit. My credit score's at like a 7 something and climbing. And I'm still not approved for a fucking loan. I just don't know what to do anymore. Everywhere. I've used almost every worksite portal in Georgia. I've used it.
Sound of the smallest violin in the world.
And it's not like my resume is bad or anything. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know anymore. Okay, well, maybe let me start acting again. I'm submitted for castings. They don't fucking call me back either.
Damn, she can't even get on Pornhub?
I just wanted to listen to some Keisha tears. I could have stopped it a little while ago.
No. I like this. I was actually filling my cup up with they tears, about add some lemon and a little bit of touch of honey. You know what I'm saying? I like to drink feminist tears. So,
yeah, love Keisha tears, man.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
Gunmetal Guy USA in the building, and brother Zeke, what up, y'all? And Raph. All right, y'all packing in here. He says this past year I've listened to so-called sisters run their mouths constantly, and I see the looks of invisible men going to work every day. Excuse me if I don't give a F about Queen Zisha. Somebody said Black Backpage is hiring. All right, Tito, this was your segment. What you got for me, man?
Yeah, I, I don't know if they thought that, you know, the good government job pipeline was gonna just, the gravy train was gonna keep going, but they had to know that sooner or later, if not due to a political restructuring, even if it would have still been under Democrats, at least due to, austerity measures because of the national debt. I don't know how anybody in their right mind could have thought that, the good government gravy train was just gonna keep going. And when I say good government gravy train, I don't necessarily mean the federal government. Most of them with advanced degrees work for the government on some level or of another. If it's not the federal government, then it's like a municipal government, like work for the city or something. If it's not that, then they work for the state government, like at the driver's license place. Most of them with advanced degree, and please remember that the ones that are in education, that's the government too. A lot of people lose sight of that, like the ones that's school board administrators and all of that shit, curriculum advisors and all of that that's got advanced degrees in education. Yeah, that's part of the government too. So a lot of them, and the government knew what they was doing. The government knew what they was doing. They kept them on this gravy train to feel like they completely emancipated and disavowed from black men, and they used them up until they wasn't politically useful anymore, and now they cutting their black asses off. And the 1994 crime bill was part of that, because the 1994 crime bill defunded rehabilitation efforts in prisons. It defunded vocational programs in prisons, and it defunded educational programs in prisons. It used to be a day where brothers might catch a murder bid and they'll come out with a master's degree or some shit. That ain't no more. Black women knew that. That's why they voted for them, and that's why they kept voting for the Democrats. Don't ever let these hoes convince you that they like politically naive, or a lot of niggas try to make excuses for them saying, oh, well, they intimidated with public aid going away and they keep voting for them. No, it's bigger than that, bruh. They know that political side is going to actively do what they can to hamstring you, which is why they vote for them. But now they not politically useful no more, and they cutting their asses off. That's what you're seeing right now.
No, that's spot on. And there's going to go. TikTok right now is flooded with a lot of chicks crying about their EBT, buying snacks. Well, I covered it on the news desk. Buying snacks and crying. I love it. Go ahead, Saul. That's all you, Playboy. Saul? There you go.
It's funny how people be loud and proud, talking loud and ain't saying nothing, and this just kind of harkens back to that national black journalist interview.
Facts.
And the way they treated him, and just how disrespectful that they've treated a former president of the United States and the executive power that he has. I'm sure he was thinking of some shit. I'm quite sure. Not only just the whole useful tool paradigm where it's no longer useful anymore, but I think that incident actually was a kind of a, would you say, a catalyst that kind of accelerated everything. You know what I mean?
And Trump holds grudges and he hates being embarrassed.
Exactly. Then on top of that, you also have a student loan cap that is 100,000 now. So guess what? That's no longer an option. So when I get bored or when I want to try to reskill or avoid the workforce and this, that, and the other, that's no longer going to be too much of a viable option. So you got the Fed jobs gone, and a lot of the spending on a federal level, into these local governments and what they need to do, that's going to be impacted as well. You know what I mean? We don't really just see that yet, but it's coming. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the student loan stuff. So my thing is, what's left but survival sex?
No, I think you're spot on with that. Did you mean to mute yourself, Saul?
Yeah, no, I landed my plane. My bad.
All right, well played, sir. Well played. Brother Zeke with $10 super chat. He says, "Wait, Tech is laying off, and these goofy BWs is going to Afrotech looking to get smashed out." AC been covering that classic story of the ant versus the grasshopper. Hashtag prepping versus partying. Hashtag we up, bitch. And on that note,
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Mr. O, what say you to these glorious Keisha tears? But more to the point, 300,000 jobs lost in what, 60 days? That's massive. What say you?
Well, Mr. Machizo, since I'm like a street journalist, I had to go do a little research, and
Yes, sir.
what I have found on these so-called X and Twitter streets, that I got used Twitter, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I came across the news dropped like a bad diss track. 300,000 black women got their jobs snatched, per the Bureau of Labor Statistics, with a 2.5 employment drop from February to March. Go ahead and give you the actual numbers, sir. Thanks to Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, try to say that 3 times, slicing federal gigs like a budget guillotine. Black unemployment is at 6.3%, highest since January 2022, right? And black women are taking the L the hardest at 6%, double of the white workers rate. AI's out here moving like Thanos, snapping away coding jobs, DEI roles, and administrating desk jobs in places like Microsoft and Google. Because automation is cheaper, Keisha. It's cheaper than your attitude. I mean, what you expect? But here's the kicker, though, Machismo and everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, though. Before these layoffs, some of y'all Keishas out there were clowning black men. Clowning black men like it was open mic night. You know, y'all got sisters calling us brothers broke, dusty, calling us Pookie, Ray Ray, and Diddy's cousin, while y'all out here cashing DEI checks and flexing that independent queen vibe bullshit. Now your job's gone, and you're looking at brothers like, they, can you help a sister out? Nah, we look like the unemployment line. Now I could go ahead and give you a job, but it's gonna be like a corner. I might have to go and tell you saw the OnlyFans, but a lot of y'all don't even look that good, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and keep it pushing. Y'all were out here talking reckless, shitting on brothers, black men, like we were the problem. But now look at you. Now your reputation's catching up faster than a viral TikTok. You were on X, in these group chats, on podcasts, acting like black men were holding you back, while you were sitting pretty in the government jobs too. AI don't care about your little hot takes or your I don't need no man energy. It's writing code 30% faster, taking your whole career to the cloud, literally. Now you're jobless, 6 months deep in unemployment, longer than any group, and you want us to play Captain Sabercheck? Please. You was out here talking bad shit about, man, we ain't ish. Now you want us to co-sign your comeback. Nope. And I'm enjoying these crocodile tears, but y'all don't fall for these crocodile tears. No. Y'all remember them tweets, them shade-filled posts calling us every name but the child of God, are owned by that logic. Now the economy's tight, DI is getting gutted, and AI's got their resume in the trash bin. They built their brand on dragging us, so let them rebuild it without us. And I pass the mic.
Let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Yo, shout out to No News in the chat. I see you in there. Yo, y'all filling up in this joint. Yo, all right, that's what's up. I'm gonna say one thing to end this. Yo, very very well played, Mister. Very well played. I'm gonna say one thing with this. I did listen to her diatribe, and it just struck me. Credit score 7 something. She does seem like she was qualified, and it was the one when she was like, I'm working at this place, and then I applied for a temp position, and it's at the same place I used to work. I was just working at. I just was working there. They won't hire me, and it's funny because this is kind of like a lot of like the conversation that a lot of men be having. Like, man, my shit all tight. You know what I'm saying? I was killing it at my last job. I mean, I could speak to that my goddamn self. I done interviewed. I done applied to 100+ jobs. Blah 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 blah. The market just ain't turning my way. And a lot of brothers, very qualified brothers, was in whatever particular industries they were in. That those have been the conversations like the last 3 years. And all on social media, it was all the Keishas being like, black women are just outperforming black men everywhere. We're the most played. Blah, 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 blah.
Bro,
and this is what, and huh?
No, I was saying like, bro, for real, like, bro.
Yeah, but this is, and it's like we've been saying in the space. This is what happens when they take their hand off the scale. Do you know what I'm saying? This is when it's subsidized, Keisha, by the state and by the government. Then they take their hand off the motherfucking scale, and then you really got to play on equal ground like the men do. All of a sudden, it's a tear bloodbath on fucking social media, and it's going to get worse. And like Quiet Storm said, I'm here for it, and the popcorn. Oh, another super chat for Quiet Storm. He said $5 super chat. He said, I'll also chime into Mr. O's point. I still remember when they when they celebrated KS death. We will never forget.
Never
you
forget.
Right on time.
Ain't no bailout for folks. Listen, ain't no bailout for folks who burned the bridge on the way up. Look, if Patrice was basically inside me, I think he'll say, man, look, shorty, you made your bed, now sleep in it without my pillow. That's it. That's it.
Let me see where we at. Okay. I'll also chime. Okay. Quiet Storm. Here go your drop.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
And speaking of Keisha and AI, here go an AI clip. Storm sent me this joint.
I can't go slow, bitch. My AC don't work.
Damn, Monique, not my whip.
I dare a hoe to tell me the ice cream machine broke. Damn, this shit good. This what Quandale said to cool it off with. Oh yeah, she good now.
Oh, hell no.
Gotcha, bitch.
You better drop my car, dead ass. I will cut you. I'm about to do something.
Yo,
Yo,
bro. Yo, where you get that from?
yo, no news be sending me these drawers. They be sending me these drawers to fucking edit up. Yeah, no news. Yeah, they even got the smoke detector beat. I was making this point earlier this week. Like, bro, these are generated by AI. So I'm telling you, dudes ain't typing in no complicated prompts. They just typing in like a narrative. And this is how AI sees black women because it's using the data set that they put on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? They got it, the mannerisms, everything down. Bro, Keisha's uh ethnic image is in the trash. Quiet Storm said I forgot he wanted the blizzard drop. Here you go, bro.
A massive gizzard has buried Kamlambus in 2 feet of dong load. Locals blame the lack of preparation on Mayor Linda P. Slurp.
The city of Columbus is reeling today after an unprecedented event. What officials are calling a gizzard has left downtown streets.
All right, bet. Yo, for this next segment, as you guys know, Trump has then passed the birthright legislation, and he said it out of his own mouth that this was meant for the babies of slaves. So we've been having an ongoing conversation with FBA in terms of, basically, Tito said it in his 4th of July joint that this country belongs to white men and black men. We bled for it since the Revolutionary War, i.e., Crispus Attucks. That being said, so all of these rights and these that have been passed on to other people than white men who were landowners, i.e., the original Constitution, has been on the backs and the blood of black men. And what's been happening is that the Trump's closing this birthright citizenship loophole. The Keishas are even benefiting and everything, but all of these other ethnicities coming in and basically reaping the benefits of the social system and programs that were really set aside for black men, and we got pushed out of it. That being said, New York has just elected, well, in the primary at least, Cuomo dropped out. So on the Democratic side, they have a Indian, born of 2 Indian parents, raised in Uganda. They've elected a Muslim socialist candidate. What's funny about this is, and I'm going to load it up. Apparently, and bear in mind, his mother's a big producer and director at Disney, so he comes from money. He's a trust fund kid. But ironically, and this is going to go to my point with the birthright citizenship and the set-asides for black men that everyone benefits off aside from us. To get into Colombia, on his application, he put that he was African American. And I put a montage together to show you that this isn't far-fetched. Anybody used to watch The Office? Remember Mindy Kaling, the super dark Indian girl? She's Tamil. Her brother got into medical school the exact same way. He shaved his head bald and said he was black.
I think, man. Go ahead.
So let me add this.
With something that really reshapes what's possible and what a coalition looks like. It may take some people time. And what's so exciting to me is that this was a campaign that was laser focused on an economic agenda and on making clear that every New Yorker belongs in this city. They deserve the same respect, the same recognition. And ultimately, what good is it?
See what the caption on that is, right? Socialist Zohran Mamdani identified as Asian and African American on his college application, according to the New York Times. This front clip is him saying that he's Asian. He's East Asian. Does that remind you of anybody? Kamala Harris? What's with the Democrats pushing these Indians on us and having with a history of fronting as black?
If we call this the greatest city in the world, if the people who built it can't afford to live here, and the increased turnout, it's not just generational. I also say this as the first South Asian elected official, the first Muslim elected official to ever run for mayor. The turnout in those same communities has been incredible to see.
Zohran Mamdani, the socialist communist actor auditioning for the role of New York City mayor, had a new scandal drop this weekend. The New York Times reports that Mamdani identified as Asian and African American on a college application. And Mamdani explains this away by saying he doesn't consider himself black, but said the application didn't allow for the complexity of his background. So let's get into this, because I already see his zealots brushing it off, trying to deflect from it, focusing on the fact that the person who exposed the information, who gave it to the New York Times, has problematic viewpoints. They're talking about how the New York Times has declined to publish hacked information in the past, but this time they decided to do it because there's a bias against Mamdani. All of that is honestly immaterial. What we really need to focus on is why a man who comes from a privileged background, a trust fund kid, did this. Okay, this is a man who's been to private schools in South Africa. He went to a private school in New York that is now charging like over $60,000 a year in tuition for grade school. And he went to, from what I understand, some kind of elite university. So he applied to Columbia University, and this application exposed that he selected Black African American as his ethnicity on the application. He selected Black, African American, and Asian. Okay. This man was neither an American citizen at the time, nor is he ethnically Black African American. There's nothing to be confused about here. Okay. He did it to gain an advantage. That's it. That's what it is. This is what privileged people do. They take advantage of anything they can take advantage of. Right. And there was another Indian who did this at one point. Do you remember who it was? Mindy Kaling's brother.
Bingo. That's Mindy Kaling's brother. That's Mindy from The Office. They're Tamil. Look at this. Yo, he shaved his head bald so he could, and said he was black so he could get into, because he couldn't get into medical school as an Indian because his grades was too low. So he took, you see what I'm saying?
I faked being black to get into medical school. In the article, VJ, he talks about how his grades weren't good enough to get in as an Indian. So he decided to fake being black to get into medical school.
All right, and I added this. This is the tail end of it. The point I made in the beginning. Zohran Mamdani and guess who? Letitia friggin' James, the inside man for the Democrat Party. James at the New York Pride March. This guy's Muslim. You see how they're setting the stage? Imaging is everything with the Democrats. Now this is Letitia James stumping for him at his actual when he won the primary in New York.
I want all of you to know that after this campaign is over, we will all come together. We will heal this city. And I want all of you to know that you need to understand that Zohran is really a man who respects the humanity of everyone.
The Democratic Party trying to sell us another Indian.
The primary is now over.
I want Trump to lock her fat ass up.
Me too. And tonight, we celebrate the victory. Tonight represents a resounding win.
Woo!
His critics said that he should wait his turn. His critics said that he didn't have the experience. His critics said that he didn't have the right name. Well, now all of them know his goddamn name.
Okay, let's go. I know.
Yo, these Democrats get behind anything but black. Saul, this is your segment. You wanted to have this conversation. What's going on here?
Well, I like to say this is the continual cosplay or whatnot. They're trying to pivot by using, I guess, another men of color. I mean, that's been highly discriminated against. Of course, Muslim men and stuff like that. I mean, I guess they're better than black men, so they'll tolerate them. And obviously, this guy is more or less cosplaying, being down or whatnot, and he's actually part of that machine. This guy had went to prestigious Baldwin
Mm-hmm.
in Maine, which is a
Mm-hmm.
very prestigious liberal arts college,
Mm-hmm.
majored in Africana studies. So he knows exactly what he was doing. There was no mistake about that um, him doing it. And people got on the New York Times giving the source, but it don't matter where the source comes from because the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? So I think that we got to keep our eyes out for these, these people because they keep repackaging and repackaging and repackaging and keep trying to come and do the same thing over and over and over. Just listen to the same sort of points. When it sound like some sort of fake pluralistic society where everybody just gets along and there's no merit and people are just giving shit onto some fruity shit thrown in there and them being a religious, just know that it's probably some communistic crap going on. You know what I mean? So, and I think that this might be kind of a soft, indirect way to kiss Iran's ass, to be honest with you. Hello?
No, I'm here. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, by primarying an Arab male for mayor of New York. Think about what that means, especially with 9/11 and all that other stuff, and what recently happened with Iran. You know what I mean? Just to try to make it as if, oh, well, it's not us, it's Trump. You got to really, really think about the different angles that these people might be thinking about doing using. And I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played, Tito. I'm gonna ask you this because you tell me what you think is going. Because I'm of the opinion, and I think it's pretty well accepted. Nobody wins any Democratic primary unless it's approved by the top of the DNC.
Exactly.
They don't really do real elections anymore. They appoint people. So what's going on with this cosplaying Muslim Bolshevik whose mother's a executive producer and big time director at Disney? What the hell is going on?
This is a beta test for communism out in the field because of what's
I can
happening
go with
within
that.
it.
I can go with that.
Because of what's happening within the Democratic Party. What's happening within the Democratic Party, and I saw this coming back in 2020 when they started booing Jim Delaney. You remember the Democratic primary of 2020
Mm-hmm.
when they had all 50 people running? When they started booing Jim Delaney, I knew that we were going to end up where we are today, where the fringes of the party became the rank and file of the party. And so now that you have so many, people that was moderates in the past being pushed to the edges of the party, the people that the establishment is used to running, you can't really run them anymore and have them pander up to what your base is now and expect people from your base to think that this is a candidate that's going to get out and energize them. So they are trying something that's splashy, that's flashy, and they trying it in a big venue like New York City to beta test straight up communism. And I told y'all that eventually the Democratic brand will become so bad that they will have to try to transmute the political left into something else. And now you seeing the opening stages of it.
Okay, I buy that argument. I buy that. Mr. O, help us round this segment out. We're at the 1 hour, 19-minute mark. We're going to do one more segment. Get the hell up out of here. We be out of here early. What say you, sir?
Can I just say that Letitia James make my stomach hurt every time I look at her face? I mean,
You and me both.
I mean, you want to talk about, politics was really for her because how else was she gonna be heard, seen, and even though even people in New York City don't even take her serious, how she's gonna be taken seriously as a so-called politician in that particular city and state? I just can't. So they want to be black men, but they don't want to be black. This was Paul Mooney skit come out. Y'all want to be black, but y'all don't want to be black. This socialist cocksucker right here, Mamdani. Sorry for the language, but you talk a real good game, bro. You want to go ahead and give all these free, gimme this and gimme that. Everybody gonna get all this free ish and everything. But have you looked at communist and socialist countries, sir? Have you seen the history of what they do to people that actually go gung ho for the so-called policy? They get deleted first. Also, he want to go ahead and do all this so-called publicity stunt. First, he want to go ahead and help the people. Now he want cosplay as us black men. And everything is nothing more than a show right now. This is number political, theatrical theater, and like you said, these people are not even elected; they are selected. So that goes back to the original contract this country had basically given us before in 1776. It should be nothing more but voting parties. You should vote for these people because they work for you. You do not work for them. Who told them they could do this type of thing? We're not gonna say anything about it as the people. And I pass the mic.
All right, well played. Where's this one? Pookie and Ray Ray show. He said we're watching the opening salvo of Dr. Zhivago, and I don't think that's hype. That well played, sir. Very good, very good movie reference. And I don't think that's hyperbole. I wanted this other one. The Jew show No Sugarcoat Gang said they. He said they're about to have Kamala and the Transformer Obama wife running for president. Yo, the way this party's going full goofball, I would not at all be surprised. Good segment, gentlemen. And this actually provides a nice segue into the next segment. And Saul provided this one as well. So, birthright citizenship, right? That's the through line, and we piggybacked on political entities and communities in general, cosplaying as black when convenient, to get access to resources, etc. Resources which were set aside for black men, which is the main part. Now let's do this one. This is Metaphor, Mamdani, Revolt. Do I not have my joint lined up? Hold on for a second. Movies. CapCut.
Yeah, I'll be using that CapCut too, Machismo. We have to go ahead and collaborate.
Oh yeah, I'll do some edits for you. I'm looking for my other piece of my segment. Mamdani, Metaphor, Revolt. 300 Ace Metaphor. Oh, don't tell me I ain't mix it. Oh, I know where it's at. My bad.
Technical difficulties. There's just technical difficulties.
Here we go. Bang. This one. So this chick's Nigerian. And this is her back and forth with the Daily Wrap-Up crew. And this speaks to why we don't give a fuck about this ICE deporting motherfuckers.
Know where you guys come from. Are you guys doing the DNA test?
We're telling you. No, we're telling you
I
we're
know,
from America.
So
That's
you
it.
are still
Like, that's-
enforcing us to have to prove to you that we're black enough or we're African enough. We don't feel like we need to do that.
Well, then that's disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful?
Because you don't even want to try.
Y'all not even taking the time to talk to us without criticizing us. We're weak, we lazy, we don't fuck with them. Go
the
to
fact that you didn't want to do the DNA test, the fact that you didn't want to do this is showing how ignorant you are. That's what we
I'm
see
ignorant
as
because of that?
No, that's
You sound ignorant. Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna run that back again because this here, what's the Ice Cube joint? Here's what they think
What do y'all
about you.
feel like y'all should do in order to know where you guys come from? Are you guys doing the DNA test
We're
to
telling
see which
you,
part of Africa
we're
come
telling
from?
you we're from America.
So
That's
you are still enforcing us to have to prove to you that we're black enough or we're African enough. We don't feel like we need to do that.
Well, then that's disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful?
Because you don't even want to try.
Y'all not even
That's-
taking the time to talk to us without criticizing us. We're weak, we lazy, we don't fuck with them. Go
the
to
fact that you didn't want to do the DNA test, the fact that you didn't want to do this is showing how ignorant you are. That's what we
I'm
see
ignorant
as
because of that?
No, that's
You sound ignorant. Get the fuck out.
Spot on. Shout out to Red Sigma with the $2 super chat. He said, "Work watching." Red Sigma always watching us from work. That's what's up, man.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
So, Saul, this is your segment, and birthright citizenship being on the table, front and center via Trump. ICE deportations, front and center via Trump. But this is a brief interaction, but I think that it speaks to the core and the crux of the ongoing tension, the quiet part out loud that we never really talked about until the FBA delineation came about.
Okay. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound good.
Okay, so let me go on ahead and say this, all right? You see how she talks with some sort of presumed authority, right?
Air of authority, exactly.
Right? So there's that, right? And then you got to also consider that for states who have some of the highest rates of paternity fraud, do they know who they are? Right? That's the second part.
It's Jamaica and Nigeria, the highest in the world.
Okay. And then not only that, you know, quote unquote slavery at the time, this may be offensive for some people, it was legal at the time, right? So they kept records, right? So there's a good chance that we would have good record keeping of who came from who than they would. But all the while she's sitting over here saying what she's saying, you know, and this is tethering 101. This is exactly what the hell we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, while she talked like a Keisha, dressed like a Keisha, got the Keisha mannerisms. Exactly. Cosplaying a FBA.
Exactly. While at the same time showing some like direct disdain for FBA. You know what I mean? So
And having the audacity to speak it out loud like it ain't nothing. Like, what you gonna do about it? You ain't got no power. That's really the vibe that shit is.
Exactly. So I mean, if she felt that much about her lineage and she cared enough about her country, she could take her ass back. And to be honest with you, a lot of them get out of line and talk like that over here, because they know what time it is over there. Now I'll land my plane there.
No, can you reiterate that point that you made? Because this is actually a perfect example. Because I think sometimes, like, you know, we got brothers from Jamaica that's subscribers to the channel and stuff like that. And like when they say tether, it's not necessarily an answer. It's more so a behavioral pattern than the ideology. And this is a perfect example of it. So reiterate what you just said about tethering.
Oh no, this is tethering. That's why I put an ing at the end of it, because it's the behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's the behavior. Because to be honest with you, a lot of people forget like what was baked into the civil rights was us actually advocating for more black racial quotas and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't look at tribalism the way that they do. We don't compete. We don't, think like that. You know what I mean? Not generally, but now that people are alienated, they're getting a little taste of their own medicine or whatnot. But yes, exactly. Coming with the air of authority, you're over here. You're complaining about colonialism, but you actively partake in colonialism by being over here, because all of the talents and human capital that you would need to build your infrastructure with the best and brightest are over here.
Spot
I'm
on.
confused about that. You know what I mean? Which one is it? Like, do you want to be here and complain and like have this arrogant air of authority, um which a lot of that money they sending home anyway. You know what I mean? Make a decision. You know what I mean? So that's where I land my plane, bro.
Spot on, sir. Yo, Lord Love Smith. Nah, that was Saul driving, Love Smith. You know what I mean? That one was a package deal, Playboy. He said someone needs to mute up. Tito, this is your wheelhouse. What say you to what we see going on in this a little brief interaction?
If you could you get that picture I just sent you in your WhatsApp up on here right quick?
Okay, hold on for
We can add
1
context
second.
to what
I'll
I'm about
pull it
to
up.
say.
Oh, bang. All right. Okay, good one. Good one. All right, hold on. I'm downloading it now. Go ahead. You can give me some color commentary
Okay.
while I pull it up.
Like Nick Nolte said, you not even a nigga, you an African. Whenever
Facts.
whenever I run, whenever I run into some dirty foot mud hut nigga like this, and they always tell me they ask me, what is your culture? Where are you from? And all of this shit. All I do is go right in my phone and show them that picture that I just sent you to show them, hey, go and get that picture up there.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. And they hate when I put that picture up. Well, they hate when I've put it up for Tethers on Twitter before. It pissed them the fuck off. They blocked me out of the thread. They hate when I show it to them in person because it goes against the narrative that they try to use, the weaponized narrative that they try to use against Black Americans. The reason that they try to use that narrative against Black Americans because they come here, they couldn't exert power where they was from. That's why they ran here. They know that they cannot exert power among white people. So then they come amongst us and they try to impose some type of willpower or impose some type of power by using this culture narrative or this deficit of culture narrative to try to feel like they got one up or try to control the conversation whenever they talking to a Black American. Yeah, whenever I get into a debate like this anywhere online or in person, one of these mud hut monkey bushmeat eating ass niggas, I showed them this picture right here. This is my great grandfather on my mother's side, 7 times removed. This picture is from right after photography was even invented. So that would demonstrate a few things. Number one, this nigga had money. Number two, this nigga was free. Number three, this nigga was about something. And number four, it definitely shows, if you've seen me online a lot, of a resemblance to me. So you know that this is actually somebody that I'm related to. And Tethers hate seeing shit like that because it defies the narrative. And if you are a Black American and you have old historic pictures like this of your people, I would encourage you to show this to these Tethers so they will shut the fuck up. Because 9 times out of 10, you everything that they could never be, which is a light-skinned American citizen.
You do have a resemblance to him, actually.
Yeah.
The chin, the nose, and the eyes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This picture is from like I think 1848.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So when I showed them this picture and I showed them pictures of Creek indigenous people on my father's side, and I show them that picture so they can roll up that slave shit and tuck that shit in their back pocket and get the fuck up out of my face.
Yeah, and bear in mind, every black person over here was a slave. There was tons of free people in the North. Like, that was a Southern thing. That's why the Confederates were in the friggin' South. Like, a lot of that shit too be like, motherfuckers don't be knowing history.
Yeah. This picture was taken in upstate New York.
There you go. Mr. O, all yours, Playboy. What say you to the tether babble and basically the implication that we are inferior?
Well, he got this Nigerian woman on the Daily Wrap-Up crew out here wilding, asking black men, if you get deported, do you even know what part of Africa you come from? Bitch, I'm not from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. Fuck you mean? Anyway, she's trying to clown black Americans, acting like she's got some ancestral high ground, all while she's posted up in the U.S., sipping the same Kool-Aid and chasing the same damn dreams. The nerve of this chick. Living in America, trying to ridicule us and slide into our spot like she's the main character. Let's break this down and cook her with some fucking heat. First of all, the audacity is screaming. She's sitting pretty in America. Chick probably rocking some Nikes and scrolling Instagram right now, asking us where do we go if we get deported? Like she's the African ancestry of police. Bitch, you're not stamping passports at the motherland gate. You're in the States, same as us. So don't come at black Americans with the pop quiz energy. What's next? What's next? You gonna ask us to name all 54 countries before we can get a plate at the cookout? No. She's out here trying to judge our roots. She's out here just another face in the immigration line trying to flex like she's above us. The hypocrisy is thicker than a bad stew. Real talk. She's living in America, probably loving the Wi-Fi, the 24-hour Wingstop, but she's got the gall. She got the unmitigated gall to shade us for not having our so-called tribal coordinates on speed dial. Black Americans been here for centuries, building this country brick by brick. Now I got me sound like I'm on Franklin Saint. Brick by brick, jazz, hip hop, civil rights, you name it. We're the OGs of this culture. You don't get to waltz in, plant your little flag, and act like you're more African because you got a little direct flight memory. Nah. You're just late to the game trying to remix what we already mastered. Take a fucking seat. And that deportation jab, that's some weak sauce for real, y'all. She's trying to hit us with the low blow like it's some gotcha moment. But it's falling flat. Black Americans been holding it down through slavery, segregation, and every systematic curveball thrown our way. We ain't going anywhere. This is our home, period. Meanwhile, she's acting like she's got a golden ticket back to Africa. But let's keep it real. If her papers got snatched, she'd be on kayak booking a flight back to the U.S. before her data plan ran out. Don't play with us like that. Please don't play us like that. And also, let's try to talk our play. Look, she's out here throwing shade like she's auditioning to replace us, but it's not happening. It's not happening. Black Americans been setting the tone culturally, musically, and historically while she's just trying to catch the wave. You don't get to show up, claim superiority, and then cozy up the same hustle we've been grinding. It's like she's a substitute trying to run the classroom. Nah, I'm not even on the payroll. Forget that. Stick to your lane and stop trying to edge us out. Period. And that's my I'm wrapping up right there.
Well played, sir. Spot on. Yeah, she talking all extra, talking that Nigeria shit, but dressed and talked and sounded like this.
Keisha, this connection is like trash. Fuck out my way, bitch! Oops. Keisha, you still there? I deadass think I hit a pothole. Oh my gosh. Well, that was already, like, that dent though. Oh my God. Did you not see me coming out of the building? I literally had the right of way. Deadass. Literally not my problem.
And to sum it up, that interaction right there with the Daily Wrap Up crew and the gentleman's commentary on the panel is really at the core of you got the Haitians being deported, and anyone from, well, any person that appears to be black being deported whose papers whose papers aren't right, and while there's a general sense of apathy all throughout the FBA community, and we're not being shamed into jumping in front of things and making big protests. The only people you see doing that are big back Keishas in the Democratic Party and a bunch of backdoorias. And Brother Zeke put the nail in the coffin with this one, the $2 super chat. He said FBA took slings and arrows for these mofos. Hashtag get the fuck out of here.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
All right, facts. All right, gentlemen, we at the 1 hour 41-minute mark. We made good time. We can wrap it here. That was a very good show. Mr. O, you did fantastic too, by the way. Oh, did Saul drop off? Adding back to the stage. There we go. All right, guys, then let's just get closing statements and get the hell up out of here. Hey, Tito, let's start with you.
Yeah, man. Just for as we when you see these job numbers for Keisha, man, yeah, a lot of y'all need to watch out the places that you go, the venues that you might go to, some of the restaurants that you might like to stop in and the drive-throughs after dark and all of that. Just be wary of that, because and be wary as well too of, like, try to, if you got tap to pay on your phone, use it. Try not to show your debit card or use your debit card, because they gonna start you gonna start seeing them like the ones that might have been the breadwinner. They lose their job and they might have, some other gay bitch or their sister up under them. They gonna start having them take pictures of guys' debit cards in restaurants and all that. I'm telling you. So the crime rate, it might be an uptick in the crime rate, but I don't think it's gonna be like in your face violent crime. It's gonna be a lot of scamming and a little chicanery and sneak thievery. You know what I'm saying?
All right, excellent. And I think it was Brother Zeke said something earlier. He said, Machismo, did you peep the trash epidemic in Philadelphia? I'm from Philly. Yeah, we got a black Keisha Democratic mayor, and the sanitation department has gone on strike. So Philadelphia literally smells like hot garbage right now. I'm gonna cover that on the news desk this week. Thanks for bringing that up, Mr. O. Thank you for a very good showing this evening, sir. Closing statement for the chat and the replay gang.
And it was a great show indeed to be up here with the three heavyweights in the black YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're gonna be this is gonna be a beautiful thing of ours going in the summertime. And did y'all even touch down about the Essence festival shenanigans? Did y'all? Ironically, we're gonna tie this in with the last thing. So we had this Nigerian woman that took over the whole Essence festival, right? But guess who she's married to though? Just take a wild guess. And shout out to you, Tito. You've been on point. You've been on point these last couple of months. Guess what her significant other is?
Oh no, she's married to a white man.
No.
Oh, she's married to a chick?
You got it both right. She's married to a white woman.
Even got a little biracial little Nicholas by her too. You want to talk about crazy work? Then this is some crazy work. They've been trying to go ahead and ridicule the black man. They've been trying to tell us that we ain't ish all these times. But guess what? Look what we have in front of us for the last 3 videos. We got pandering, somewhat in the closet ass nigga that trying to defend them. They lost all their jobs. Now they better go back to the unemployment office. They might have to go hit that red light district in the future, both online and offline. Then you got this Nigerian chick trying to tell black American men on a podcast in America they should go ahead and look up their so-called lineage so they can feel more happy about being so-called African American. Get the F out of here. This was a great show to highlight and tell people that we is not going for the chicanery. We're not going for the tomfoolery. Everybody, look, you reap what you sow. I don't believe in karma. I'm not a Buddhist. Look, I believe in that Bible. He said, "So you sow, it's so you reap." And I passed the mic.
Well played, sir. Quiet Storm. Shout out to Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm says, "Come back for news desk. Thank you for the advertisement, good sir." Quiet Storm official channel moderator. He said we be cooking during the week, all new content. That's right. We got a new show. And by the way, shout out to No News Podcast. We're listed under the podcast now, and we're in YouTube Music, MTV News Desk. I cover the news Monday through Friday. I go on around 10:30 or 11. We trying to lock in the 9 or 10 o'clock time. But I'm usually on around 11-ish. And we do the news, all the current events and stuff we don't get to do on Sunday. So definitely check us out. And I'll be putting the link to the podcast on the community tab. Also, make sure if you guys are not subscribed, I see we got a full house tonight. Subscribe to Tito's new channel. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers again. Boom. That's me spamming the chat with his channel. Subscribe to Tito. I think my man broke the record, 500 subscribers in like 7 days or something like that. Something crazy. So Tito is hard to kill. We'll just put it that way. Saul, where you at, Playboy?
Right
Saul,
here.
Saul, you there? All right, bet. There you go. Closing statement.
Well, y'all keep on, shooting us ammo, man. Looks like a lot of people are demoralized. They experiencing these political punishments. They ain't give a fuck about black men anyway. So guess what? We already got that iron shield up. You know what I mean? So if anything, we've been benefiting from employment. Situate yourself with crypto, entrepreneurship, and other things. You know what I mean? Oh, girl said what she said about AI. Yeah. I understand that. But I would say y'all make sure y'all learn a little something about AI and become an architect, not necessarily an artisan. You all know that capitalism is pimp or get pimps. So that's where I land my plane.
Well played, sir. Hey, you guys did great tonight. It was a good show. We're at the 1 hour, 48-minute mark. We got a full house tonight, man. I want to say thank you guys for supporting the stream, coming out to see us every goddamn Sunday. We're on season 8. Can y'all believe it? We got a new podcast. We're putting together a show with Mr. O and Slipknot. Maybe Irvin Reed, because he came up and preached on Demon Time. Miss Mex says, "Great show, fellas." That's to the panel, my illustrious panel. Bro, we've been putting in work for a long time. I want to say thank you to all you guys leaving comments on the long form content that we upload. And we try you, as you know, we're trying to get into the algorithm. We're going to brute force it, baby. I mean, what can I say, man? The channel growth, the support, everybody interacting on the community tab. We got Saul's editor at large series on the community tab with all the important news for the day, articles and stuff you should be reading, keeping you up to date. We got a good thing going. We couldn't do it without you guys. You guys could be anywhere on Sunday, but you're here with us. I want to thank my panel. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I will see you tomorrow at the news desk. And like we always do right about now, and I want to say good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Salute the black man. I salute. 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 Yo, kids, they need to know I'm here to fuck you. I don't wanna know your name, yo, kids, they need to know I'm here to fuck you. Get the fuck on, ain't no shame. I'm here to fuck. 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 Watch this bridge, y'all. I'm here to fuck. Yo, kids, they need to know I'm here to fuck you. I don't wanna know your name, yo, kids, they need to know I'm here to fuck you. Get the fuck on, ain't no shame. I'm here to fuck. 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 Watch this bridge, y'all. I'm here to fuck.
So you think you got what it takes?
I'll tell you what I got. Your wife's pussy on my breath.
Nobody's ever talked to me like that before.
That's because everyone's mouth is usually full of your wife's box.
You're hired.
Shit.
Riker, my good fortune is your good fortune.
I don't need your fantasy women.
Oh, you're so stolid. You weren't like that before the beard. Very well. Riker.
Ugh, I miss 2025. Remember life before extraterrestrials took over? It was so primitive.
I love everything about you. Because I'm programmed to be your perfect soulmate. To make you happy.
You got his eyes right. But that's not his soul. You didn't prompt his soul. This isn't my dog.
Dave Campbell, I detect your cortisol levels are higher than usual. In the mood for a digital chat to calm you down? I'm prompted to please.
What the hell?
One more set on this mountain. Get your headsets on. We are simulating the best workout of your life.
Welcome to your afterlife trial.
Are you a true fan of daring, thrilling, and captivating content? Get ready to take your entertainment to the next level with Machismo TV, the home of groundbreaking shows and exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Join our Patreon page.
Yeah. Grown up shit. Kids not allowed in the living room type shit. Fendi socks match the robe. The flyest nigga on the whole globe. My front gate got a whole code. Talking business on the phone with some Muslims out in Yemen in the gold dome. Fashion week in Athens, Greece, eating spinach with some old hoes. You old niggas broke and it shows. You gotta sell tickets to get paid for your shows. I get paid either way it goes. I get paid even if nobody goes. Bitches see me and say life goes. Your lady want me, that's how life goes. I might let her give me head, it depends on how the night goes. Got a stable full of white toes. Green beam on the chop, I nicknamed that bitch the light pole. Tennis bracelet hanging off a nigga wrist and it's white gold. Everything I do is ice cold. Bitch, I'm stamped like a brick. The hood show me love every chance that they get. I'm the man. I ain't in the romance, I admit. But I still hold hands with my chick. Ice Lord, fly shit. Big 4/5 on my hip, like a sidekick. My life is like a crime flick. Wine cellar in the crib, worth the moose, nigga Don shit. I came a long way from my mom's shit. I made it cause I grinded. My last vinyl cost 100 cause I signed it. Niggas need to be reminded. Seen the top 5 list and I climbed it. Turn this up and rewind it. Come on. Niggas talk tough when you FaceTiming until shit turn violent. Real talk.
Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.